What is inside of you is a fractal. Light, frequency, sound, darkness. Everything is unfolding in the same space at the same time. The universe is always communicating. It doesn't always come in the form of messages, in terms of visuals. It could be a feeling, it could be a knowing. This stuff sounds bonkers, I know, but this is reality. So we've got something awesome going on. Something incredible is happening right now on this planet. The question is, are you ready? The other question is, why did you sign up for this? You signed up for this because you knew this was the only place in the galaxy that you could learn and master your craft to become the very best version of you that was required to go on to the mission that is coming after this human incarnation. Now, all of this is available in the Akashic records. What are the Akashic records? Where are the Akashic records? Can everybody access them, or are they available to a very select few human beings on planet Earth? These records that so many people talk about, are they like a library of books, a library of tablets, stacked up, multiple stories high, deep down into the planet? Are they out there in the galaxy? Are they physical? Are they non-physical? Is this library of records accessible at any time? Or can you only access certain records at certain times of the year or in certain vibrational spaces? There are so many questions and so-called mysteries hanging off this particular subject. You and me are no different. You and every other human being on this planet are no different. Yes, you've got a different physical body. Yes, you look different. But what is inside of you is a fractal. Light, frequency, vibration, sound, darkness, energy. And that same energy that is inside of you is inside of me. And it's the same energy that's in all sentient beings. Now, this energy is connected to the whole. And because this energy is connected to the whole, it's a part of the whole, it has access to everything that the whole has access to. Nothing is ever out of reach, and nothing is impossible. No one is special because they can access certain pieces of information. There was a time in my life when I didn't believe in any of this stuff. I thought it was all mumbo jumbo. But now I've worked with thousands of souls all over this planet and helped them heal from all sorts of injuries, illness, diseases. And one of the ways that I do that is by tapping in to the information that is held in the back end of their biological computer. Past lives, future lives, they're just experiences. The past, the present, and the future are all unfolding simultaneously. It's only in this human time construct that we believe in the future and the past. When we step outside of these human vessels, we don't believe in the future and past. We know the present. There's a huge difference between believing and knowing. Believing is for amateurs. It's a stepping stone on the way to knowing. But when you know, you know. And if I can come from the space that I used to be in, I didn't believe. I didn't know. I didn't trust. I thought all of this stuff was nonsense. But now I travel the world helping a lot of people, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, by accessing these so-called records. These records present themselves to different people in different ways. Some people may see them as a great big library. Some people may see them as tablets or books. Some people may see these records as frequency, code, geometry. It doesn't mean that one human being is right and one human being is wrong, or several are right and one is wrong, or one is right and several are wrong. What it means is that we all perceive information in different ways. When I want to access information, I just simply ask a question and I receive the answer. This morning, I had a parcel delivered and I saw the message come through on my phone. So I've gone outside. It was an Amazon delivery and we've got a skip on the driveway at the moment because we're throwing some stuff away. So we've gone outside onto the driveway, thrown some stuff in the skip. I've opened the gates, gone out, grabbed the parcels, brought them back in, come back upstairs to my office. Where's my phone? And I asked myself out aloud, where's my phone? I got an image of the skip in my mind, a millisecond of a flash of the skip, and I disregarded it, which I should know better, but I still disregarded it. And I was like, nah, there's no way I'd have thrown my phone in the skip. I would have been more careful than that. So I'm looking around the house, 5-10 minutes, can't find my phone. I get the message again, skip. So I thought, let me go and look in the skip. I look in the skip and there's my phone. The universe is always communicating. It doesn't always come in the form of messages, in terms of visuals. It could be a feeling, it could be a knowing, it could be a visual. You could hear the communication. We all experience the communication in different ways. But this information is everywhere. The Akashic records are in my little finger. The Akashic records are in the empty space over here. They're also in a great big library underneath the pyramids. They're also in a great big quantum geometrical temple just outside the vibrational space of Venus, beyond the atmosphere. They're wherever I decide I want them to be, because there is no distance, time, measurement in the quantum field. Everything is unfolding in the same space at the same time. There is something called closed contracts. Now, some people go in and try and facilitate healing on other people, or they're trying to get information on their life, for example. What's going on here? Why am I running this program in this pattern? Well, generally you can pick up the information from another reality, and you'll understand the trauma that you experienced there is affecting you now, and you can shift it. See, what we train people to do is very easy. Anyone can do it. But there are some things called closed contracts. When you've got a closed contract, it means that that contract has been wrapped up and kind of stuck in a closet, and that human being has not been able to access it. One, either because the information is too severe and the healing process that they might have to go through may have to be managed in a certain way. The other reason may be is that there's a contract in place between the soul of this human being and another being in another reality field. Could be an extraterrestrial, could be another human being, some other humanoid, some other being from some other reality, star system, galaxy, universe. Doesn't really matter. Now, when you experience something like this, they have councils, multi-dimensional councils, which are vibrational spaces, which once you get out of your body and you tap into these fields, they seem completely physical and completely real. And they are, because even in this physical space, it's not physical, it's vibration, right? It's just a different type of vibration. So when my hands can't go through my arm because of the electrons and the repulsion. I had a friend in New Zealand that could put his head against the wall and fall through. I tried it so many times and couldn't do it. You can change and alter your vibration to maneuver through so-called physical matter. I truly know that we're all going to be able to do it at some point. People like my friend are just demonstrating to us that these things are possible, to give us the encouragement and the will to persevere and be disciplined enough to practice until we've mastered it. Just like telepathy, just like telekinesis, just like healing at distance, which is something I've mastered. This is my superhuman skill. We've all got them. We can all tap all of these skills, but some of them become more available to some of us than others. Some of us find some things really easy and some things more difficult, but they're all available. And at some point, we're all going to be accessing this knowledge. But when you want to go and unlock some of these contracts, you can go to the 6th dimensional council, which is like a big oval table and a seated bench at the back, where you have beings from other planets. And you ask them to bring forth the other entity that you're in a contract with, or your client's in a contract with. You sit down and negotiate. The contract gets unlocked and then you can facilitate the healing. This stuff sounds bonkers, I know, but this is reality. This is the truth. Most people don't trust until they have some kind of experience that is undeniable. And I had a car crash back in 2004, 2005, when a lady came through the windscreen, smashed me in the face whilst I was asleep, got flipped over the car and died. When I got out of the car, I saw a soul leave her body. That woke me up. I couldn't unsee that. So I started searching and journeying, and my whole life changed. Now I communicate with extraterrestrials all the time, beings from beyond this veil, and they guide me 24/7, 365. It's nuts. But these records are available to all of us. But you've got to be here. You've got to be present. Whenever I'm training people to access this information, I always liken it to a fisherman or a fisherwoman going fishing. You know, if a fisherman or fisherwoman casts their rod out into the pond or to the ocean or to the lake or to the river, they don't wave their rod around like this, because the fish will get scared and swim away, and they're going to end up hungry. When you're tapping information from the field, if you're looking around, the information is just going to disperse. You're going to chase it away. You're never going to find it. You've got to be still. in that present state, and the information just comes to you. Because the information's everywhere. It doesn't actually come to you, it just presents itself and makes itself available. If I'm a remote viewer and I get given a target by my boss, whether it's the police, the military, whoever, and I get that target and I tune into that target, it's going to take my consciousness to a space, or I'm going to access a space. Now, if I get to that space and I become too hasty and I start to look around, what I'm presented with most of the time will dissolve. But if I observe what I'm being presented and be patient, the whole vision grows around me. Now, once the whole vision grows around me, then I can start walking through doors and go through buildings or through jungles or whatever it is that I'm being presented with, whatever space I find myself in, and then I can gather information and bring it back. Well, not bring it back, but just open my eyes and write it down or record it into a dictaphone. We all have access. We just know how to gain access and how to decode the information once we do receive it, and trust a little bit in the subtlety of the information that we're perceiving, because it's very subtle to start with. Very, very subtle. I remember years ago, one of my clients who was in a very, very bad way and was almost dead. He was in hospital, this guy. Had tumours, diverticulitis, blood problems. He ended up getting through it with the doctors. They pumped him full of medication. Anyway, I ended up working on this guy and tumours disappeared. He had physical scars across his stomach, all of this stuff. And he went back to the doctors and he didn't need to have the operation that they told him he was going to have. And he was over the moon. We became really good friends. And he was a medium. He used to go into hospices and sit with people when they were crossing. And he took on too much of people's stuff. And that's why he ended up getting ill. But anyway, he was a medium. And this guy invited me to his show once. And I was sat in the audience and he was backstage preparing. And I heard this voice in my head, Jerry! It was a boom, it like so loud in my head, I shit myself, I jumped. But it was him talking to me. I was like, fuck. I'd never heard that level of telepathy. I jumped out of my skin and I was with a couple of his mates. I said, I need to go backstage. Anyway, I got up off my seat, I walked around the back and went backstage, and he was there in this trance state. And he knew I was there and he communicated with me and he said, thank you for coming. And that's the clearest telepathy that I've ever had. Very loud. Most of the time it's not like that. It's like it was this morning with my phone. A quick image, easy to miss. I only saw it because I was very present. And I do my very best to breathe deeply and always stay in that very high state of self-awareness so I can spot these things. Whether it's auditory or visual, some kind of feeling kinetic, some kind of inner knowing that doesn't really make sense, but you feel it and know it on a deep level, beyond thinking, feeling, and vision. Staying in that high alert, pure state of self-awareness is where it's at. And you get to trust the subtlety. And what actually happens eventually, the subtlety becomes a lot clearer, visually, auditorily, kinetically. That deep inner knowing, you start to trust it, and then things open up even more. And then accessing information from beyond the veil becomes so much easier. We are amazing, beautiful soul. We came to this planet for so many different reasons. It's the best training ground in the galaxy, man. Tough, but if it was easy, you're not going to learn and grow that much. That's why we created this training ground, so we could come here and go through the assault course to become the best of the best. This is Top Gun flight school for badass souls, Jedis like you and me. And all of this information is available to us. You've just got to choose that inner journey of the heart, beautiful soul. I mean, my question to you is, are you ready? Are you actually ready to step up, to step forwards, to dive inwards, and actually truly play this game of life? Or are you going to be a bystander and sit on the sidelines, wondering, hoping, how am I going to get out of this mess? You created this mess to give yourself the opportunity to get out of it. Just like I did. It's a massive team effort. We should be taking our hats off and giving each other a pat on the back and saying, high five, brother. High five, sister. We did a good job here. Just think of the celebration. Once we've cracked the code completely as humanity, oh boy, that's going to be a massive party. A massive, massive party. But in the meantime, stay present. Dive into your heart and know that you've got the minerals, you've got the juice, you've got access and the crystal keys to all of the vibrational and dimensional frequency bands, all of those stargates. You've got access to it all. Those vibrational corridors that enable us to move out from one body and into another body, to become a flower, a planet, a star, a horse, a cow, a sheep, a dog, a diamond, a mountain of gold, a volcano, the water falling from the clouds into the river, flowing back out into the universal ocean. We're it all, my friend. It's magical. Remember to check out our website, starmagichealing.com. We got some of the best ascension tools on planet Earth. Hundreds of guided meditations, light language transmissions, light codes to shift your geometrical blueprint right now and turn yourself into a superhuman. We got cosmic yoga, high frequency nutrition, breath work. We've got hundreds of mystery school teachings so you can access all of the knowledge and all of the wisdom right now to give you the keys, to point you in the right direction, to unlock the magic from within. We have Telegram groups, so you can connect with beautiful souls just like you with the same soul mission to make this world a better place, to overcome the challenges, to recode our own blueprint and become those mathematical engineers, those quantum architects, those galactic scientists, those sovereign soldiers, the A-team that can maneuver out of this multi-dimensional matrix back into the God worlds to look back down at this game we created. Sip a cup of green tea, drink a juice, have a big rump steak, or maybe drink a couple light codes. I don't know, you tell me. It's a beautiful ride and all things are all things. It is what it is and that is it just is. A beautiful game. So check out our website, starmagichealing.com. Go and join Infinity. It's free for 7 days. And if you want to train in the most powerful healing modality on earth, join Facilitated Training Level 1 and upskill yourself and step into those supersonic, superhuman shoes, laced in gold, encoded in blue sapphire. You know where it's at, beautiful soul. I'll see you again real soon. One love, one heart, one human family. And don't forget, hug your sisters and brothers fiercely and ferociously. Hug them tightly. Never be the first to let go. I'll see you soon. Love you.